during my dad's bone marrow transplant, I would garden outside. You have to have something for yourself. You can lose yourself so much being at the hospital 24/7 and worrying. And, you know, I've got 2 little girls. I have my husband. I have work and this and obligations and everything. And like, there has to be a point where you pull back and you're like, oh, I need a minute.
Hi, my name is Natalie Jones. Welcome to the Nat Jones Show. Today, I have Queen City Lisa. You might know her online, known as that. Her name is Lisa Hasselbeck. And today, we're going to talk about what it's like to get annihilated online and rebuilding yourself, your experience, and your presence online in front of everyone. Lisa was formerly a keto influencer, and now you are a mom life
girl
influencer.
About town.
So, Lisa, tell me, what is it like to get annihilated online?
Oh, it's a treat. It is a real treat to have everything about you picked apart, from like what you eat, how much, what your plate looks like. It's a humbling experience.
What are some of the nastiest comments you've gotten?
Oh gosh. Like, I always think it's funny when people feel the need to like point things out. Like, do you think that I don't know that I'm bigger? Do you think I don't know that I'm fat? Do you think that's like some shocking revelation that you're gonna just get? Like, you think I don't look in a mirror? Like, I always think that's wild.
When I think of haters online who go out of their way to just comment on someone's appearance in a comment, and you're never going to meet them, it's like, what are you doing?
What is the purpose?
I generally don't understand. You sent me this comment.
Don't read his name. I'll get in trouble.
All right, we're not going to read his name, so I won't show it now. But
I mean, I would love to. But
yes, well, I will say he seems like a young, handsome man in his profile picture with his girlfriend. So he's probably in his 20s.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Just a little asshole kid. Seriously. Went out of his way to write on your Instagram feed, she doesn't need another milkshake.
Yep.
And so people like that.
Yeah.
And like, you're look at what you're the nicest woman. Like, I would lose my mind, and I would crumble. When I first started my media persona, I got some comments that were nothing like that, but they were negative, and they were commenting on my appearance and my energy. I always get, she's a crackhead,
what?
Or stuff like that, and it took me, like, I would say for like 2 years, I would cry all the time.
Oh my gosh.
All the time. Just like then when I first started in radio, and like my videos would go viral, or they did a couple times.
Right.
And it took me a really long time. I'd say by year 4, I was like, okay, I don't care anymore.
Yeah.
But it took me that long.
I think it's when it goes viral too. So like, I have my audience, like ride or dies. They've been there for almost, 8 or 9 years now. And anytime something like that even pops up on the radar, they're the first ones. Like, I don't even have to go in anymore. Like, my people will handle it for me. And so I think that's where it doesn't bother me so much anymore, because I just have this like cocoon around me of really awesome. My followership is predominantly women. It's predominantly women that are kind of my age, in my situation, and they started off keto with me, a lot of them, and they've lost 100 pounds, they've gained 75 pounds back, they've lost parents, they've had babies, they've had divorces, they've, perimenopause, menopause, like they've gone through shit. And then so like some little twerpy kid coming in talking like a milkshake, like and so
I mean, you're there now. We are there now. But was it always like that? Like, now you could care less. But
I feel like I actually used to be feistier about it back in the day.
Really?
It'll sound weird, like now, like garden girl prancing through the garden with the tomatoes and stuff, but I was known as like the keto bad girl, kind of like, oh, like I can cuss, right?
Yes.
I net carbs and blah, I'm gonna eat a peach, blah blah blah. And like that was shocking back then. Like, she's gonna eat a corn cob, what? Like,
you are feisty. That's why I like it the most. Feisty ones are my favorite. We'll also know that. Let's lean more into that. So when I met you, almost 10 years ago now, or when you had your keto experience, when you had your online presence begin, you were known as the keto woman who had lost so much weight by eating keto, and your whole online persona was weight loss. Feisty leader in keto life and weight loss or whatnot. So how did that start? And
So
Dive into that more.
so the weight loss stuff started, I was trying to get pregnant with my youngest daughter, and just trying to look for, like, I had tried everything up until that point, and then it was right about the time where, like, all the Joe Rogan keto, like,
Yeah.
crazy, and that was just at the, the pinnacle. It was like just everything mashed up timing wise, and
Like 2016,
yeah, right
2015.
around then. And we were putting MCT oil and butter in our
Yes.
coffee, and like
God.
all this
I'm
crazy
so glad. I'm so glad I don't have to pretend to like it. It was so gross. Oh my God.
we were whipping up all kinds of concoctions and coconut flour this and carrying on. And so it was right around then. And my husband and I both, we were struggling. We were trying to get pregnant, and my doctor had kind of mentioned, like, we could lose a little bit of weight. And I just, before we really invested a ton more money into like our fertility, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give it 100% this go around. Like, I'm not screwing around anymore. And so we both started hitting the gym like crazy. We did like aggressive, not the best mentally for us way of doing it, but it was like strict keto, 20 net carbs, and we were hitting the gym every single day, and stepping on the scale every time. I mean, it was ridiculous. It was, very mentally unhealthy. But at the time, I had this community of people around me just go, you're doing great. You're doing so good. And watching me like dip down, dip down, dip down.
But you also were doing it for your family because you raised a family. So there was
the original plan was that. And then I started posting pictures online just for kind of like accountability purposes and like for the community of it. And there was that. And I found that. And that part of it is the part that when people are like, what would would you take any of this back? And there's nothing in life that I would, regret or take back, because everything kind of gets you to where, like, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be sitting here with you.
Well, I was one of your followers because
Yeah.
I was at the same point in life.
Yeah.
And I was weight for me has been an issue my entire life.
Yeah.
And if not only like the poundage, but the like the what is it, the food noise?
Yes.
We've labeled it now.
Yes.
And like I struggled with an eating disorder for a very, very long time.
Yeah.
And during that time that you're describing, I was following and going through the same thing, but in a different way.
Right.
But it was just labeled as healthy at the time.
Yep.
We all just became obsessed
Yes.
with hustle culture at the same time
Yep.
as what is now called biohacking. We didn't have a name for it
Yep.
then. And for all the supplements and all the things, and that's all we did.
Yep.
And it was life.
It was
and
like a religion.
It was.
Yeah.
And it felt, at least to me, and I'm sure you felt, there was so much pressure around every decision you made every day because everyone was going to see it or what you were doing, and everyone had opinions about it. And so I can only imagine how you felt being like a strong leader, early leader in that community, especially here locally.
Well, and then the Women's Health magazine article came out, and that's when and then I was on this podcast that's now like defunct that was in the keto community. It was huge.
Yeah.
And I got put on Women's Health. I got put on that podcast. And then all of a sudden, like, the followership and the eyeballs started watching.
Yeah.
And then you have that on you. And then it is the most bizarre, feeling to have everybody kind of watching, and you're putting up pictures of your food on the internet, and it's getting like thousands of likes and comments and people picking apart, well, do you really think that you should be eating that little niblet of corn? That's going to kick you out of ketosis. Like, what? Like, it got wild. But I like through it all, I think I have this, just dedicated group of people that have been there since then who get it, and they've kind of been through the same journey as me.
Yeah.
And so we're all kind of trying to figure things out again.
And you're lovely and you're bubbly and you're so real to yourself. Oh. So now you don't do the keto anymore.
No.
And tell me about the moment when you realized, I don't want to do this keto thing anymore.
So it was a Grater's ice cream post. They had sent out a little promotional thing. It was right around that time that kind of the influencer stuff started to take off. I want to say, what was it, like probably 2020? It was COVID-ish times. And the local influencer community kind of really started to take off, and brands were starting to send like, hey, you want to come out and try this? You want to come out and come to our restaurant and try this? And at the time I was like the keto lady, so I couldn't be seen at an ice cream shop. Like people would lose their minds. And I had both of my little girls with me, and it was just like, why would I not show an ice cream cone? Like, why would I not show this like childhood blissful, like two little pudgy little kid hands and like enjoying an ice cream cone? Like as a mom, we were going for a walk, and there was like graders up there, and it was just like the cutest little thing. And that was like the first post where like I hit post and it wasn't something keto. And I was like, anytime I do something that scares me and I post it, I'm like, and I close my eyes and I hit post and I'm just like, whatever happens, whatever they say, it is what it is. It's out there. I can't do anything. But I remember being afraid to post about it. I'm like, why am I afraid to post about an ice cream cone? This is the dumbest thing ever. Like, it's an ice cream. Like, what am I doing to my kids? You know, like that I have this internal thing. Like, that's crazy. And I just, you know what? Fuck it. We're doing it. Just hit post. And so I hit post and I was like, I love this. You know, I'm a black raspberry chip girl through and through, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And you know what? You can deal with it. And it was like at that moment that everything kind of pivoted. And they were like, wait a minute, you ate an ice cream cone? Yeah, I ate an ice cream cone. Like, it's not the craziest thing on earth. And that was sort of the moment for me that I was like, oh, I can show things about my life that aren't keto. And people really, like, it was the craziest thing. Like, what kind of laundry detergent do you like? Why would anyone care what kind of laundry or like, what books are you reading to your kids at night? Your kids are the same age as mine. Like, what books are they like? Oh, well, here's the books that my kids love to read before bed. And it just little things like that where it just, you know, took off. And I was like, that's wild, but let's go with it. Let's roll with it. Yeah.
Because people trust you and they like you.
It's crazy.
And so was the transition from keto lady to mom life, you know, sassy lady extraordinaire, was that transition easy for you? Did it feel uncomfortable? It
felt uncomfortable, I would say, like the first few posts. But then once I kind of realized people still like, they don't care. They're not here for the keto stuff. They just kind of like me for some reason. I'm just like, oh, they're okay with it. Like,
you know why they like you? All right, hold on. I'll tell you why. When I let you in the door here today, you show up, you're drinking your drink. Her hair is in curlers, okay? Her hair is all in curlers.
It's very humid out today.
And she's holding a basket full that looks like a hand-painted basket.
I did. I painted her pink. She needed to be pink.
You hand-painted this swan basket full with a really nice note, full of fresh produce from your garden. And you knew my coworkers' names by first name. And you're like, this is for you and Shay. And I know that DJ works here too. This is why people like you, because this is you. And you were so happy about it. You're just like, hey girl,
I'm like curlers. Swimming in tomatoes right now, absolutely drowning. Oh my gosh.
Well, this is, I mean, if you could sum up Lisa in a moment, this is
she's got look at her beak's falling off, but she's still kicking.
Dude, she's still kicking. She's got
eyeballs. She's good.
She's got everything. And you always have some sort of like, well, okay, let me tell you, attitude about everything. What I think is really noble about you also is you decided to stay in the space because you have a job outside of influencing.
I did. I did.
Okay.
I was a lunch lady.
Yes.
I'm a retired lunch lady.
lady.
People love that. So I've worked in restaurants. I've worked in chili parlors most of my life, catering. Lunch ladying has been the most recent thing, but
you're in lunch lady land.
Yeah, lunch lady land. But with the influencer stuff, it's kind of the hours and everything. And there's this like, we need this within 24 hours. And I was like, I'm at work slinging mashed potatoes. I can't film you a reel right now. And so that, like, the requests and things started coming in so quickly that my husband finally said, he's like, I think we need to take this serious finally. Like,
and so now you monetize it and you're
yeah, it's wild. Yeah, so I left lunch lady. I'm still part of the lunch lady group chat. It is the spiciest group chat that
I can't imagine Oh my God.
Lunch lady chat. Yes.
We'll get back to
I
that.
get called in for reinforcement sometimes at school when there's
Really?
like, when there's a lady down.
Lady.
Lady down, lunch lady down.
I saw something you posted recently that was like, come along with me to make 650 Thanksgiving meals.
Yep,
And I was like,
yep.
get out of here.
Yeah, I
The world
love that.
needs women like
I love it. I would,
"Aw."
if this ever goes belly up, that's what I'm going back to doing. It is the best.
Well, I want to know, like, so during this change or whatnot, because you seemingly like you just buttoned it all up and said like it was fine. Was it really all that easy? Was there stuff going on internally that was a struggle for you?
With as far as like switching from keto to like more
Yeah.
traditional, it really wasn't that crazy. The only thing that's weird is like when people still think that I'm that person, or they'll kind of like the comments that I'll get about like the appearance, or like you've gained a little weight here. Well, no shit. Like, what do you want from me?
I eat corn now.
Yeah, I
okay?
eat corn now. I've
Back
had
off.
a life like that's been insane these past, we all have been through COVID. I had a dad with leukemia. I have a mom who's not, who's got her own health issues. I have 2 kids. I've had, miscarriage. Like, we're all going through it. Like, yeah, I gained a little weight back. Like, if that's the
Yeah.
craziest thing it's all those kind of comments, like that sort of thing I'll get every once in a while. But it's really, I don't know, now that I've kind of and I will say changing my Instagram handle sounds crazy, but like making
it's a
that
big deal.
switch, it was huge. And I
What
don't
was it
get-
before? It was
Queen City Keto.
That's right. I forgot.
Yeah, and switching it over. And I just recently switched my Facebook.
Wow.
Because I would get comments like I would post an ad for a brand or whatever, and it would have bread on it, and my Facebook thing was still Queen City Keto. They were like, "That's not keto," and I was like, "Man, I didn't change my thing yet. I need to switch that over." And they jumped me.
So I mean, but so you went through like it's a pretty big change. You feel like that version of yourself and this version of yourself are different?
This is me.
Yeah.
She was trying so hard, like, oh, I'll cry. Trying to be something that she wasn't. Oh Lord. Okay. I told you I was gonna cry. And trying to get people to like her for reasons that weren't like authentic, that weren't real. And it's so refreshing now to just throw it out there, and like what they like is the real deal,
Yeah.
It's not some like facade or some women's health mag, suck it in and stand like this and pivot and like, this is what it is. If you don't like it, you don't have to be here.
It's beautiful. And it takes a lot of bravery to do that.
Ay.
Have you met other women along the way? So now to go from negative comments.
Yeah.
What are some of the great things that women say to you?
Oh
now?
my gosh.
Men and
I have had a lot of people. My dad recently had a bone marrow transplant about a year ago, and he still has leukemia, but he is doing very, very well, and we're so grateful for that.
Yeah.
But just so many women in my comments who were like, I am going through a very similar journey to you. I have parents who are aging. I have, a sister who has health problems, and I'm trying to help them through, and I'm trying to make dinner, and I'm trying to give my kids a bath. I'm trying to do all this stuff. And there's everyone else out there they seem perfect. They seem like they have everything together. And, the hair is done and the nails. I don't look like this normally. I don't know which camera I look into.
She came in cross.
I came in but normally I'm like in, like ratty shorts and flying around like a mess, and I look like your lunch lady next door. But they're like, everyone online seems like they have it so together, and I appreciate how you kind of show like your journey, and things aren't perfect. You showed when you fell off your front porch and broke your leg, and how you had to you couldn't walk, and your first time going through Trader Joe's in your boot, and all the craziness and like the messiness of life, and how things aren't perfect, but there's still like beauty in that, breakdown of things, and like the rebuilding, and everything is, kind of this like phoenix type thing where you have to just, from the ashes you rise again, and you just got to keep Oh,
So it was a big life change for
yeah,
you.
yeah.
If there's someone, if you could say something just off the top of your head to someone who's going through a similar change like that right now, words of
Oh.
advice.
I would say find something that is like cup filling, soul filling for you that's just for you. During my dad's bone marrow transplant, I mean, he went in and it was like, you have a 50-50 shot of living. And so
Oh,
my mom came to live with us, and we have a very tiny house. So it was my mom, my two kids, and we have a teeny little house, and we were all together. And that part of it was beautiful. But there was like this fear and grief and trying to protect my kids from it in this tiny space. And so I would garden outside. And my mom would sit out there with her coffee. Oh, here we go again, girl. Geez.
sorry.
My mom would sit out there with her coffee, and she would watch me like plant. We'd plant like all these flowers. We'd go to Lowe's in the clearance, and we'd get like the ratty plants that are half dead.
Yeah.
And we'd put them in there, and you hope and pray. And it was kind of like this parallel thing for what was going on with my dad. And so I would plant all these pretty things, and we'd take care of him, and I'd put all my focus into that, just as like a mental escape from what was going on being at the hospital every day. So we'd come home, and my mom and I, we'd kind of do that as like our little like therapy type
Yeah.
situation. And I would say just find something for you. Have to have something for yourself. You can lose yourself so much in being at the hospital 24/7 and worrying and just you've got to have some. You will break. You will most assuredly break. And especially being someone who, I've got two little girls. I have my husband. I have, work and this and obligations and everything. And like, there has to be a point where you pull back and you're like, oh, I need a minute. I need
Yeah.
something just for me that brings me joy. And the coolest thing was I was such a just like I had almost blacked out that period of time. And this spring, my flowers started to come up. And it was like such this metaphorical kind of thing. And I was like,
Yeah.
I don't even remember what I planted, but it's so beautiful. Like, and it was in this very dark time
Yeah.
in my life. And like, he's doing better now. And so to have everything kind of blooming this spring, I was like, we made it. Like, we
Yeah.
did it. And so, yeah.
During that time, you just described something, I think a time that women our age are going through or have gone through or will be
Yeah.
soon. It's knocking on the door.
Yes.
I went through it with my dad. My mom is terminally ill as well. Been taking care of them for a while. We lost my dad.
Yeah. Sorry.
Did you lean? It sounds like you had a lot going on. Were there tendencies for you to really lean into perfectionism? Because from what I'm hearing, I wouldn't be surprised if you said you put so much pressure on yourself to still remain, to keep it all together for the kids
Yes.
and to make sure that everyone was still happy.
Yes. There is a lot of that. And there was a lot of, and that was also the time that like professionally, like I started to really take off. And I remember there was a time where I was literally sitting in the infusion center of the cancer center, next to my dad. And they were getting ready to shut down TikTok. And TikTok is through like ByteDance or something. And
Yeah.
one of the editing software things I used, I had to like back server through some other country when they were getting ready to shut down. And I'm literally sitting in the cancer center editing videos, next to him. And I was like, Dad, I still have to work. Like I have to make money,
Yeah.
so like I'm with you, but like I got to send out this video. So like, and so that part of that was kind of like that juggling part of it as a woman
I
and as a,
guess, yeah.
yeah.
I can relate so much.
Yeah.
When I was going through all this with my dad and my mom, I put my whole life on blast
Yeah.
on just the radio here locally.
Yeah.
And it's a double-edged sword because, to be honest, real clear about it,
Yeah.
it gained more eyeballs the more that you share, right? It made me feel messier that I had to
Okay.
act like I wasn't
Oh.
a mess all the time, or
Okay.
I still had to be funny. I would go visit my dad during his chemo treatments, and he and all of his chemo buddies thought I was famous because I was on the radio. So then they'd be like, Natalie's here. Natalie's here. And I'd be like, I'm here to watch my dad get chemo. Like, I don't wanna. And it was a whole thing is so that then I would like go there and I would try to work ahead,
Yeah.
get all my show prep done, which is
Yeah.
writing jokes.
Oh,
So I'd try to write
gosh.
jokes about like Dua Lipa.
While you're sitting
while I'm
there.
sitting with my dad and he's like cancer brain and he's like losing his and I'm just
Yes.
like, oh yeah, we got it. Everything's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
But I also felt the need to. He was so proud of me.
That's my
So
situation.
any room I'd walk into, my dad would announce to everyone. At any time we were at a
Yes.
restaurant, any server, any coffee,
Aw.
this is my daughter Natalie from the
Yes.
radio. And I'd be like, Dad, it's there, like, no one cares. If I was like, do you know who Natalie Jones is from the radio? This is my daughter. She's
Aw.
going to be on TV one day. And he did it. So he's telling all of his cancer buddies, that's Natalie. She's got to work ahead for the radio. She's got to be on air in an hour everywhere we went. And I would just be like, and then it would also like, pull my
Yeah.
heartstrings too, because I was like,
Yeah.
thank you so much. Anyway, it's
Yes.
a mind fuck. And
Right,
I
right.
live in an apartment and it's just me. I just have plants. So I could only imagine
Yeah.
women going through this. I mean, you
I would go outside and cry in my
Yeah.
garden. I would just, because the kids couldn't see me. And so it was like, that's where I would have my breakdown. I would just be out there. And I would still cry because like, I don't want to hide. Like, I want them to know I'm sad. I have emotions. It's okay to be sad. This is sad what's going on with Pop
Yeah.
Pop. Like, so, but I will say we were in one of his, one of his appointments, and I did an ad with tire discounters, and my dad's a retired mechanic.
Yeah.
And he was like, and he was showing, and he was the proud. This is my daughter, and she did a tire commercial. Like, look, he doesn't. I don't think he shared a single one of my ads, but that tire discount that got a lot of reposts from the 65-year-old men. Like, so he was very proud of that one. Yeah.
Well, because they did a great job. They raised you right.
He did good. Yeah,
on the west side here of Cincinnati.
The West Siders, I'm telling you what, good peeps.
So I how old are your kids?
13 and 7.
Wow. Okay.
Yes.
And you posted something recently about how you're trying to give your kids more independence because you don't want to. So how do you feel about soft parenting?
Oh my gosh. So I struggle so hard with this because I want to let them like frolic in the forest. So I will tell you, I went to, do you know where Dunham is? Over on the west side, like I think it's like girly.
Yes.
Out that way.
Yes.
So I went to summer camp at Dunham, which was like a Cincinnati Rec Center summer camp. I had the best childhood. We were hopping metro buses with our little coins. We were going down to the pool. We were feral. We were playing out in the fields, and we were wild.
Yeah.
And I told my mom this, and she's like, do you know how much I paid for you to go to summer camp? And they just tossed you off. And I was like, Mom, you have no idea, but we had a great time.
Yeah.
Like, there was no adult. I don't know where the person was who was supposed to be caring for us, but we had a great time and we were fine.
Hey, you learn. Hold on, but you also
I learned how to hop a metro. I learned
You learn how to hop a metro, but you also learn within like childhood dynamics. You
Yes.
also learn friendships,
Yep.
and you learn how to work in groups.
I can
You
make a
learn
mean batch of
hierarchy,
Kool-Aid now.
right?
Like,
But you also learn how to interact with
Yes.
people and like regular social dynamics
Yep.
that you're going to need all throughout life and in
Yeah.
adulthood, but you learn them really easy,
I would
especially
give-
on your own, and
Yeah.
learn confidence while doing that.
Yeah.
So.
I would give anything for my kids to have that experience.
Oh, yeah.
I live in a little like HOA community now, and every time anyone's kid does anything, just so you know, Tommy is riding his scooter too close to the lake, and he is.
Yes.
I'm like, okay.
But so
I
now
get
that-
being safe. I'm a safe. Put your helmet on. I am safety. Da 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 da. But like, let them live a little bit. Let's
Right. Well, so I'm curious as a motherhood
Yeah.
and a lifestyle influencer now, like how do you feel about all the different styles of parenting? And do you feel like you need to ever stay within a parameter, or can you, because is it more difficult in parenting to have the same attitude of, you know what?
I'm so like my parenting stuff, I feel like I don't know how to describe it. Like, I don't really care what a stranger on the internet thinks about how I parent my kids. Like, I feel like my kids are phenomenal. Like, both of them, I mean, they are I'm gonna cry again. They are the smartest. My oldest is on the academic team. She is already taking the SATs at 13 years old. They are the kindest. My daughter volunteers over the summer at like a special needs summer camp for kids, and she teaches them like it's like a fine arts kind of program. It's an incredible program. I'm just so proud of both of them. They're like they're funny. Oh my gosh, you would particularly love my little one. She's very funny. She's kind of like Wednesday Addams sort of humor.
Yeah.
Like she's very deadpan. And we went through a wing restaurant that had like a little buzzer at the window, and it said like press buzzer for service or something like that. And she's in the back seat in her little car seat, and she goes ding dong, and I was just like, what? Like she's just she's just deadpan, like ding dong, and I'm like, okay, like she's just funny. And they're kind and they're good kids, so I don't really care what the internet thinks about how I parent.
good.
It's not really any of my concern.
That's
I'm doing all right.
That's
They're
phenomenal.
good.
So
You can ask our friends and neighbors. They're good kids.
any moms, don't worry about
Don't.
it.
Don't.
And I think, okay, so how do you think the difference is? Obviously, you're raising your kids great, but I don't think that everyone is, to be honest. I mean, let's be real about it. I don't have any kids. I don't have any kids myself, though. I need to make this clear. I don't have any kids myself, so it's not coming from a mom. This is just coming from a spectator who is just a victim of everybody else's kids.
No!
Just kidding. No, I mean, I'm just around everybody else's kids all the time. And like when we were raised on the West Side, I was also raised like feral as well.
Yes.
And like I would go into the convenience store and buy cigarettes for my mom when I was 8.
Yeah.
And the lady would look out, wave at my mom, and then the rest of us, there are 5 of us.
Yeah.
The rest of us, she couldn't get out because like there were 2
There's
of
a
us.
bunch of kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so the woman just like, all right,
Yeah.
Mary Beth's out there. All right, here you go.
Yeah.
Here, and it happened all the time. Like,
Yeah.
it's completely.
We
different
sat
now.
in the car with the car was running, and she was just like, lock the door. I'm going into Don Hadding's real quick. I'll
Yeah.
be right back. And it was
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
And everyone was totally okay with that. Yeah.
Speaking of kids, so like, what do you get the most mom guilt about?
Oh gosh. Screen time, that kind of stuff. So my 7-year-old doesn't really have any, she has like a little bit of YouTube time. I wish she had none. I hate it. And as someone who is on social media for a living,
Yeah.
the way that I hate it, and the way that I would throw it all in the garbage right now if I could. And I probably should, and I contemplate it every day. My 13-year-old, I feel like she has a very healthy relationship with it. I think because she's been raised with me kind of doing ads and, things online. And so
Your kids do help you with your ads and stuff.
they help me, but I don't really show them online. So like they see the smoke and mirrors behind all of this, and they know that a lot of it's bullshit. Like they see, so they have an interesting perspective, and they've grown up with it. My oldest, she doesn't really have social media at all. She doesn't care to.
Wow. She's 13.
Yeah, she's 13. She doesn't care at all. She give her a book, yeah. She wants to. Now they'll text. Their texting is like us back, I'm gonna 3-way call so and so. That's their version. She will text and chit chat all day and memes and send stuff like that back and forth. But yeah, that would be my only mom guilt. That's my big mom guilt, and I feel like that's every mom's guilt right now. Oh, I hate it.
I don't know how y'all deal with it. I mean, as someone, obviously, I am. My job is on the internet and has been for a very long time now. But in college, I entered myself in an essay contest. You won something I didn't win.
Yeah.
But it was about how you thought the internet and media was negatively affecting children.
Yes.
And this was 2003.
Yeah.
And in 2003, I refused to get a phone that had the internet. I was like, I'm a flip phone this as long as I can.
Yeah.
And I wrote out this essay because it was like, at that time, kids in South Korea were already showing signs of recessed social skills. And they were like, how do you guys feel about this? And I was like, and now here I am like, I don't even know what, what parents do. Like some kids, it's like wild watching some of my friends. I was recently on vacation with a girlfriend, and she has 2 daughters who are about your daughter's age. So like 9 and 12.
Yeah.
And they are both such kids.
Yeah.
Just little kids that they get bullied in school now because they're just kids.
Yeah.
And they're not grown women,
and they
yet.
don't know all the trends, and they don't know what's popular, and and then they don't know, my 7-year-old was talking with a friend of hers about skincare stuff, and my little girl, she doesn't really
She's 7.
She's like, I'm 7. Like, she didn't say this, but I'm like, you're 7. What do you mean skincare? Your skin is like a baby's behind. Like, you don't need anything. Like, go jump in the pool. What are you talking about?
Yeah, drink the chlorine. You'll be
it's fine. You're fine. What are you talking about? And so there is that, they almost feel I worry that they'll feel like isolated in a way, but I think in the end, they'll be much better off for it. Just not having the constant barrage of you're not good enough, you're not thin enough, you're not, your skin, you need skincare at 7. Like, no, you don't. You're 7.
That's a great point. When so much media now is how women are so empowered, and it's a totally different generation. And what women are learning from a very early age, I think in so many ways is so great because it's so opposite of us.
Yep.
That like you have to be Kate Moss skinny,
Yep.
and you have to submit to the man, and you're just gonna marry well. And that sounds so old school, but I swear that's what I learned.
Yeah.
Like that's what, and I don't think it had a good effect on me at all.
I will.
But
my 13-year-old, they're a tough little group, and they are not swayed by like the nonsense. They see through a lot of the bullshit, and they see through a lot of the like my 13-year-old is just the patriarchy. Like she's not, she doesn't say the F word, but you know what I'm saying. But like she's a little baddie, and they're not a little generation to mess with.
girl, well, do you think you're doing a good job?
I think so.
I would say so. From keto lady, and we ain't done yet, but from keto lady to this amazing woman. I love this photo of you.
Yes.
It's so great. So I feel like this is the real Lisa.
Yes.
Yes. Tell us about this photo shoot.
So, gosh, that was at, and it's so cute.
Yes.
It's so stinking cute. She did an incredible job. It's so cute. Oh my gosh. That was what, a year ago? I think it was about a year ago. Yeah. It was just like a pop-up type event. Yeah.
I think that this is
the most authentic.
Yes. I mean, like this is the Lisa we all know. Oh, you're wearing the same necklace.
It's my husband's boss makes them, and it's got my girl's fingerprints on it as a little butterfly.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah, and it's got their little baby signatures on the back of it. Yeah.
All right, we're gonna play a little game now. Okay,
oh, I'm ready.
Something that we do here on the Nat Jones Show. So I want to ask you these questions because I don't feel like I have an opinion. But
okay.
I will.
All right.
All right. So how do you feel about, since you live in you work in the influencer space?
Yes.
How do you feel about Get Ready With Me videos?
I love that for other people.
Okay.
You would never want to watch a Get Ready With Me.
You know what? I'm going to challenge you. I do. I think you would do the best one.
You do not. I don't do all that. Like, I put on eyeliner and I do the whole thing to come here, and then I will be wiping this stuff off of my face the second I get to my car. The wipes are in my bag right now. I am literally pulling it off. You don't want me on a Get Ready With Me.
I'm similar. If I don't have to do this, then like I got my hair pulled back and there's no makeup on, and you're lucky I got pants on.
Yeah, it's same. Mine's always no bra.
Yeah.
I always joke. I'm like, if I have to go to an event and put on a bra, it better be really worth it. So like if I'm telling people in my feed about an event, I was like, this is gonna be really good because I had to put on a bra, I had to put on pants. Like
it's bra worthy event.
Yep.
There you go.
Yep.
How do you feel about AI influencers?
Hate it. Hate. Tomato. Oh.
Do you think that those are like something we really need to fear or accept?
I don't want to accept it. I don't want anything to do with it. I hate it.
Same.
I think there are so many creative and cool and interesting people and talented people, and like, why would you want that when there are actual real people
to make money?
Yes. Oh, I hate it.
Money. Looks maxing.
Oh, is that where like they do the jaw? Like they
I think so. That's what you do. Hold on,
thing.
Right? What's looks maxing?
It's like,
how do you do it?
Is this it? You're asking the wrong girl.
I don't really know.
I don't know.
And I love that your kids don't know.
No, they don't have a clue.
Usually I gotta ask moms, like, what are your kids doing?
I don't know.
How do you feel about kid influencers?
Oh, you're gonna get me in trouble.
All right, you can plead the fifth.
No, I won't plead the fifth. Okay. It's not particularly for me.
Okay.
I've always I figured I would leave it to my girls. I still haven't decided like at what age I will fully like allow them to be online with me. I always kind of like cover their little faces, or I'll just show their hands. I don't say their names online. I'm very protective of them. I have seen some crazy things. Like I've seen influencers talk about like their daughter's first periods and getting like pad and like ambassador deal things with like maxi pad companies, and they're posting a video with this come with me to Sally's first period, and I'm like, what? Like Sally
Whoa.
has to go to school tomorrow, and all of her friends are gonna be pulling up this video, like so. That kind of stuff, I'm like, absolutely not.
Wow. I always joke. My brother and sister-in-law have 5 girls.
Yeah.
And since the third one was born, I was like, y'all better get a tampon endorsement now.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, Blake, I was talking to my brother, I'm like, you just need to buy a box a month right now and just start stockpiling.
Stockpile,
okay?
yes.
Just stockpile.
Yes.
Okay, good. I can find that's wild. Also, what that makes me think is like, are you not making any decisions on your own? Can we not make any decisions on our own?
Yeah.
Is it hard for you to ask for help?
Oh, yes. Yeah. 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 I'm really bad about that. I am oldest daughter. I am, all of those things, elder millennial, and I can handle it. I can just do it. And I will get to the point where, and I'm really lucky. Like my husband kind of recognizes, like, oh, you need to, we gotta help you. You need some, and so he's always like, I don't even have to ask. And he's constantly, well, the girls and I are going to the gym. We'll see you in a few hours. Like I'm bringing home dinner on the way. Don't even worry about it. Blah, blah, blah. Like it's not even a thought. Yeah. So
you two seem to be really kismet.
Oh my gosh. Meant to be. Oh, I'm going to cry again. What is this 8 times? He's incredible.
How do you guys keep it alive?
We've been together for almost 20 years. The miscarriages with when my dad was going through everything, and he's like, yeah, sure, bring your mom on over. Like, we got this, little, bring your mom on over. No big deal. We'll make it work. Like, and he's always, he's been so supportive of everything with this. I couldn't do it without him. Oh, he's amazing. Oh, she's a Pete. Sorry.
So beautiful. Like, so beautiful.
No, like he's always, we have this thing where it's always, just go for it. Just do it. We'll figure it out. Fuck it. We'll figure it out. Like however it plays out, we're going to figure it out together.
Oh, I think that can be,
yeah.
It's a beautiful thing. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Can be.
We've
really
done that so
really
many times, and
powerful.
we went down to go look at a house one day in Kentucky, and we weren't even supposed to buy a house. And it was like the perfect situation. He's like, let's just buy a house. And so we bought a house on a lunch break. Like that was not the plan. So lots of like little decisions like that. We're going to figure it out. We'll figure it out. Yeah.
Right.
Dig on,
girl. Yeah, I'm dying. I'm like holding this back. Of like, should I tell you this or not? But like,
go for it.
You've mentioned miscarriages a couple of times.
Yes,
I've had 2 in my life. I never really talk about it. I talked about one of them on radio a lot,
gosh.
And I always said that like I kind of regret it because,
do you?
Well, at the time I didn't know it was. I like literally had a meeting like in that brain at the time.
Yeah,
I was having real raw emotion.
Yes.
And we were like using it for work.
Mm.
And that is not any of my work's fault. I'm not saying that I love radio, like, but it's like, that's what you do. And I agreed to do that because I agreed. I was like, oh, this is going to be good.
Yeah.
But then I actually got in it and I did it and I felt icky about it forever.
Did you?
Yeah. And I also thought that like, for some reason I thought I did it wrong. Like it was just so vulnerable that I was like, did I say the wrong thing? Did I do the right thing? Why should I talk about it? But it really was kind of like baited as like Natalie's going through this thing. Oh my God. Which once again, it just, I don't know, to me, it was too vulnerable on like a microphone.
Yeah.
Like it was just like, I know that I think it did a lot of help for people though, you know what I mean? But I realized through that, like, I don't know if I was ready at the time to talk about it. And it's a really personal thing. But the beauty of it was I did, like so many women reached out and said they did too. And I I don't know one woman who hasn't had at least one.
Yep. And that was always my thing. It was like, I didn't know anyone that had had one until I had my 2 miscarriages. And it was like, all these women came around and like, no, I've had them too, and you kind of, until you know that, you think you're so alone. You think this is just me. Like nobody else has experienced this in this whole world. And then like I was at, coincidentally a baby shower afterwards. And I had told a friend of mine and she's like, girl, like I've had them too. And you're going to feel like this. And it's just, in that like community of women to share those experiences, it makes you feel less alone. And so I think
Yeah.
I'm sure, you know, maybe you regret like the way it was talked about, but
Yeah. No, I mean, 'cause now that I say that, I'm like, actually, it did so
but it
much good,
helped.
but
Yeah.
it was so hard for me to do that. And I
Yeah.
feel like there are women like you who
Yeah.
talk about it, and I'm like, I don't know if that's me because it was so, I don't know. It was just, it was tough. Some people talk
For
about it so
sure.
freely. And I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't really know. But no, sorry, my first one though, it was funny. I make everything a joke.
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna listen to this. So it was when I lived in Telluride, Colorado. I had a radio show that was from 6 to 9 a.m.
Yeah.
And like the night before, I start like just bleeding so
Yeah,
much.
yeah.
And I was I had it like filled up my entire queen size mattress. Like
Oh my
I truly was
gosh.
like,
Yeah.
what's going on?
Right.
But in my mind, I was just like, I got a radio show in a couple hours.
No.
I take myself and my work bag to
No.
the ER and get all checked out, and they're like, okay, they did whatever they had to do. They were kind of like, we think you had a miscarriage. Like, this is why I was so confused about it, because they were like, we think you might have had a miscarriage, but it seems like it's just gonna ride itself out
Right.
naturally. You have to come back tomorrow to get an ultrasound and all this stuff. So I just went from there straight to the radio show and did my radio station, did my radio show.
Oh.
And then I went back to the doctor, and they were like, yeah, we think so. I didn't have to go. It was so early. It could have,
Yeah.
but it was still like they didn't really know.
Right.
So then I just moved on with life. And this is
Yeah.
before I didn't have, like, women didn't have these kind of conversations, at least not in my
No.
world.
Yeah.
And then like 5 to 10 years later was when I realized, oh my God,
Yeah.
I think I did, but I didn't even really know.
Oh my gosh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now in retrospect, I'm like, oh man,
Oh.
oh God.
Oh.
So it's, anyway, I feel like everyone's stories are different.
Yeah.
And
Well, and it's helpful. It's helpful to hear that. I feel like anytime someone shares and talks about, their story, it makes people feel less alone. And
yeah.
it can feel so isolating. You feel like you're the only one who's ever experienced
Yeah.
this. And so I think it's good to
Oh, well, I didn't say these messages that you're
yeah.
talking about now online are much better than coconut powder
Yes!
or coconut flour or whatnot.
Yes.
Lisa, tell me, what did people get wrong about you? Do you think people get anything wrong about you?
I think they used to think I was mean.
Yeah,
They used to think I was like a hard ass kind of about stuff. I do think I've softened up quite a bit. Like, I don't have to have that, I think since the switch from like the keto to this, I can be more like authentic. And I think people don't have that, misconception about me anymore. I would say that.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how much happier are you now?
Oh, 10. 10. Yeah. 1,000%. Like, no question.
And what would you say to a woman who might be in a similar place that you were when you were doing keto life or whatnot, but there's something about her that she's like, this, I don't know, this is okay? Because did you have a little doubts along the way? Or
I think I
did you
definitely,
question it a little bit?
when I really started to get into it and when I started to have fear over certain foods or fear over showing certain things, I was like, oh, this is not good. We are now in problem land. Like,
Yeah.
this is not normal. This isn't just a healthy lifestyle and I am, bettering myself. And we have now gotten to the point where we're getting a little scary here. And we need to figure something out. Yeah. We need to find a little more balance to it. Yeah.
Are you proud of your life now? Proud of
am.
everything that you've created?
I am. I'm very excited. I'm excited for, what's to come. And yeah, it's been a journey. It's been fun. I can't believe I've known you for this long,
Isn't
though.
that
Isn't that
wild?
wild? Like, to think, like, from there to... It's wild.
And look at where we are now.
It's crazy.
What advice do you have for women our age who are listening now, who are moms and who are thinking like, oh, I am so overwhelmed. I don't know what to do.
I should probably take heed to this myself. I had like a crash out yesterday. I've actually been crashing out the past few days. I think it's summertime and like my kids are home again, small house. And my husband works from home. We are all in here together all the time. And it's like, I'm trying to be a 90s mom and create magic. And I'm trying to take the kids to the movies and I'm trying to work and answer the call. And I'm trying to do this and do this brand deal and da 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 da. And I would just say, you have to like find something. You've got to step away. We went to a movie yesterday. I know this sounds silly, but like take your kids to a movie and then like for 2 hours, everyone is quiet and not fighting with each other. I mean, close your eyes. I don't know what you need to do, but like just zone out for 2 hours and no phone, no nothing. Just find whether it's working out, whether it's, gardening, whether it's cooking, find something, go out with your girlfriends. You have to make that time. Like you will lose it. You can't constantly rip it and grip it through life. That's what I have. You will break. Trust me. I had a crash out. I got a bad manicure yesterday and it sent me over the edge. I was like, this is the final. I can't do this anymore. That was my final straw. I can handle leukemia. I can handle this. These nails are going to crash out. So, yeah.
I love when the little things that set you over the edge when it happens.
It is the dumbest stuff.
Oh, it always is. As my, it's always my poor mom, when I pick her up to take care of her, is when I always lose it. Usually by that point, it's like on a Sunday when I'm already like, oh, like, I don't get arrested because I got to pick up your wheelchair. Oh, and like some days I'm like, it's just so heavy, I can't lift it. And she's like, it's because you're old. And I'm like, oh my God. Oh, is it? No, but hold on. We say that, my mom and I say that stuff together. That's how we deal with her disability.
Yes, so I get it. I get it.
Lisa, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. This was amazing.
Is there one last thing to end on? I feel like I could ask you so many questions all day. Is there one question you wish that someone would ask you?
Oh, gosh, that's such a good one.
Love to answer.
I will give you a question, but I don't have an answer yet.
Okay.
Like, where do you see yourself in 10 years?
Where do you see yourself in 10 years?
I do not know. I'm so excited for the journey. Like, because if you had asked me 10 years ago when I was in your, was it your condo or your apartment?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was in your place 10 years ago. If you had said, hey, do you see yourself on a podcast? And do you see yourself like doing this online? No, I would never. So like, if I could see 10 years from now, like, what the heck? Like, what is that going to be?
Going back to that, what would you tell of another version of yourself? What would you tell 5 years ago, Lisa?
Just kind of have faith in yourself earlier, to have that like confidence in yourself earlier, to just go for it earlier, to stop having that like reservation about what will people think. And, I can't, like, these people who were online and like on TikTok during 2020 and all of that, like, they were just hitting posts and they were just talking and they were building communities and things like that. And so you think to yourself, what could be if you just started talking and just sharing, and it's wild. Yeah.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
All right, Queen City Lisa, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for sharing so much.
Thank you so much.
Gosh,
this was amazing.
You're amazing.
Thank
you so much.
Thank you.
And where can people find you?
Queen City Lisa I am on Instagram. I'm on TikTok. I'm on Facebook. Mm-hmm. I don't really like it on Facebook, but I'm there.
Things, yes. Westside Women Unite. We love you. Check it out. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you so much.